everybody, thank you for pressing play on today's video. My name is Sharleen Luciano and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up. And I wanted to take a few minutes just to show you this super cute, super easy card that I put together. The card base I did was the Sahara Sand. I used the basic black and I used the Marina Mist for the oval. And then I did the stitched shaped framelets, the oval, and that's in the Very Vanilla. Just a super cute, super quick and easy card to put together. So let's get started. So for my card base, I used the Sahara Sand, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And so I'm going to score this at the 2, I don't want to put my head in the way, but it's at the 2 and 2 7/8. You're going to score it like that, 2 7/8, and then you're going to score at the 8 1/8. Okay. And that's going to give you the fold, the fancy fold in like that. I'm not going to fold it just yet because I like to do my stamping first before I fold the card. It just makes it a little bit easier for me, I find. But again, it's however you want to do it. So I figured that this is the inside, so these are my side panels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some stamps and stamp on it. The stamp sets I'm using the chocolate chip ink. The stamp set I'm using today is from the window shopping, and I use that for the sentiment on the outside. On the inside, I used this bigger Happy Birthday from the Big on Birthdays. And my flowers, I used Falling Flowers, this little guy over here. And again, it's whatever you have on hand. You don't have to use the exact same stuff that I used. And I used, for the butterflies, I used the watercolor wings. I used the framelets from there. And then these little guys, actually what happened was I made a boo-boo, so I needed something to cover it up, so that's what I used. I had a little punch, the little itty-bitty punch, so I just used that, and then I used my white gel pen in the center. But that's why there's little flowers in there. It's because I actually had a boo-boo. But we won't say nothing. So I'm bringing in my paper piercing mat, and I just have some scratch paper on it. The reason I use this is because the photopolymer, it's easier to use, when you use the photopolymer, the images come out a little bit nicer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my stamp. I'm going to put it on my block, just like so. I'm going to open my ink pad. And then I'm just going to randomly stamp. Just make sure I'm still in the camera. I'm just going to stamp some flowers. I'm using a Post-it note. Stamp the inside. So now this is the inside done. So now if I fold the flaps, which I'm not going to do just yet, but this is my outside panel, these guys here. So now I'm going to do some more stamping, and let me get to Okay, now I want to fold my card. I'm using a bone folder just to get some nice crisp edges. And that makes that fold like so. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to die cut my pieces that I need for the outside. So I am going to grab my big shots. Grab my big shots. We have a magnetic platform, and we have our cutting pads. And I'm going to take some basic black cardstock, and I'm going to put my framelits in there. Making sure I get a nice little border. Put my cutting pad on top. And I'm going to crank this through my machine, like so. I usually crank it through twice, that way I know it's cut through. And then these just pop off. And that's what gives you the little... This I will save and I will use for a different project. Now I have crank this through. It's a little difficult when you're trying to do it on camera. You don't want to get your head in the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm using my Tombow glue. Love this stuff. And you can use any glue that you have. Fast fuse, snail. But I particularly like the multi-purpose liquid glue. And I'm just going to lay this on my card, making sure I am in the center. I put my finger there, because I don't want any glue on this side, because if you do, then you're closing the actual card. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. Again, making sure I'm centered. Like so. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Tombow and I am going to stick my Tombow on this side, and then I'm going to take my Marina Mist and I'm going to stick it in there like so. And what's going to happen is there we go. I was like, hey, what's going on here? Okay. Perfect. Good. I'm going to adhere my little butterflies. I just want a little bit of glue in the middle. so I can put my butterflies down, fluff up the wings, make it look pretty, like so. Let that stick there for a few minutes. I'm then gonna use my stitched framelits, and I'm gonna cut out a very vanilla piece. Figured I'd do it off camera, it's a little bit easier. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna actually stamp the very vanilla with the happy birthday. What's nice is that cardstock is double-sided, so if you make a mistake, you can just flip it over. Happy birthday. And again, glue. What I like about the multi-purpose glue is it doesn't dry straight away, so it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. So if you don't put it in the right place, it's okay because it will move. Whereas if you're using like fast fuse or snail, once you stick it, it's hard to take it back off. So what I did now is I took my pearls and I cut 4 pearls with my paper snips. Just cut off the 4 pearls. I got my paper piercing tool, very sharp. And I'm just going to lift up the pearls. The pearls do have a sticky backing on them. And I am just going to stick the pearls in the center of the butterfly. It just gives it a little bit of pop, little character. You can leave it blank. I chose to put the pearls. You can do rhinestones, whatever you have on hand. All right, I got some glue here. I'm going to use my glue eraser and just take that off. And then this will just slide in like that. And that's it. That's my card for today. I hope you guys liked it. Please go and check out my my online store, www.stampwithshar.com. Yeah, have a great day. I hope you liked it. Thank you.